there, everybody. We are back. It's another big quiz night in, and thank you all for joining me again. Apologies for the last couple of weeks because I haven't been well enough to bring you the show, as most of you are aware now, all the regulars. And thank you all for your nice comments. Nothing too serious, but you definitely didn't want me coughing and spluttering for a whole show, did you, for the last 2 weeks? And Abby as well also, so she'll be back in just a moment to give us the question to start off the show, as she's been doing recently quite a lot, as you know. And we've got 4 rounds as usual. It's a really good turnout this evening. I'm glad so many of the regulars are able to join us, and some new people as well. I did see in the comments some of you were having some trouble with the feed. Maybe it was refreshing or buffering a little bit, or it was cutting out a little bit. Hopefully it's okay now and I'm coming through loud and clear, but do let me know if there's anything going on and it's not working properly. But I'm sure I'll see in the comments, which I'll say hello to you all properly in just a moment. What have we got tonight then? So we've got TV and films to kick everything off after Abby's question, of course. We've then got a history round. We've got a connections round, and then survey says. Sounds like it's still cutting out. I don't know, because here everything looks like it's running smoothly. So maybe a refresh, maybe try on a different device if you've got one, because it does do this sometimes, and I'm not entirely sure why. But I know that some of you have changed to a different device and then it's worked fine. So it might just be that Facebook is struggling on mobiles. It could be anything. As we know, Facebook likes to cause problems. But for some of you, it seems to be perfectly fine. So we shall see how we go. And I will repeat questions as well as we go through this evening too. So let's see who we've got in the comments. We want to say hello to, let's go back up the top. So we've got Sue and the Donuts are joining us. We've got Luke, good evening to you, and Jane, I presume, with you. Jenny and Team Bath, hope you're doing well. And yes, I am doing much better, thank you. Got my mate Bill watching too, which is great. Hope you're doing well, mate. We must meet up soon. We must meet up at some point. It's been too long, buddy. Been too long. Diva's here too. Welcome along, Diva. I wonder, did you get my message on Lima? I tried out the new feature over on our Lima app to see if that would work, and I messaged you there. I don't know if you got it or not. Let me know. Catherine and Tony are here, so they're saying hope you feel better. It was dropping out for you as well. Again, hopefully it will sort itself out in a moment. Vernia's here as well. Good evening to you and the Brazilians, whoever's with us. My Auntie Anne's here as well. That's lovely. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. Been a long time since you watched along, so I hope you enjoy it. Who else have we got? Gabby says, glad you're feeling better, Chris. Thank you for watching. Is it 2 of you? Is it Pinky in the Brain tonight? Or is it just you? Let me know. Yes, Mark says, hello, everyone. And Vernie is sending a love to Chrissy as well. Yeah, we're all doing good. Thank you. Welcome along to Millie. Glad to have you back as well. So sorry you missed the Patreon quiz over Halloween. That was great fun. But I know you'll do what you can to join the next one, because it's going to be real good fun there too. Okay, I think that's about everybody. Oh, Jude's here in the comments as well. And I think that's everybody we said hello to. So again, hopefully the signal sorted itself out now. We will bring in Abby to ask the first question of the evening, and then we'll crack on with the TV and films round. Are you ready, Abby? Yeah? All right, guys, let's bring in Abby and see how we go. Here she is, everybody. Here's Abby. Right, so I've just got a couple of comments. Let me just get to these comments and then we'll get into your questions. So Gabby says, yes, Pinky and the Brain are here tonight. Excellent. Glad you could both join us. Diva says, was it a new direct message on Lima? If yes, I did not receive it. Yeah, okay. I did wonder. It was in that new direct message thing, yeah. Okay, so Diva's saying hi. Here we go. Here come all the hellos for you. Auntie Anne's watching as well.
Hello.
Abby's wearing her Lima t-shirt, by the way, as well, guys. Lima merch. It might look backwards for them, but yeah. If you want to follow me on Lima, it is just an audio way of sharing stuff, a bit like Twitter or Instagram, but with audio clips instead. That's what Lima is, in case you didn't know. And I share lots of quiz content on there. Right, so Abby's question is going to appear on screen, and what do they have to do, Abby? Once it appears on screen and you've read it out.
Yes, the answer.
They have to guess the answer. And this is the only time I'll ask you to guess an answer in the comments for this first part of the quiz. So the other 3 rounds you see, if you're brand new to watching this, you don't need to put anything in the comments in terms of your answers, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. So let's bring up your question, and the first 3 to get it correct will get a bonus point they can use on any of the other rounds throughout the evening. Here we go. You ready? You can read it on here, yeah?
Which Frozen character has their own Disney Plus miniseries?
A new Disney Plus miniseries.
Is it A, Elsa, B, Anna, or C, Olaf?
Okay, do you want to read it again?
Which Frozen character has their own new Disney Plus miniseries? Is it A, Elsa, B, Anna, or C, Olaf?
Okay, lots of guesses are coming in then. It might be easier to read all the guesses over this side on that screen. So let's see what we've got here. So Jenny and Ju, they're saying C. Catherine and Tony are going with C as well. Millie saying Olaf. So that's C. Most people are going with C. We've got Sue and the Donuts going with A. Everybody else seems to be going with C as well. They're following suit. Do you want to tell them the answer, Abby, then? And it will bring it up on screen as well. You ready?
D.
There we go. It is. It's C. Olaf. It's called Olaf Presents. And he talks about all the other Disney films, doesn't he?
Very funny.
Yeah? I haven't watched it with you yet, but I heard you laughing a lot at it.
It's hilarious.
Good.
Comedy
well, let's
gold.
See. Comedy gold. Right, let's have a look over here and see who got it right the fastest then. So, first person to get it right on our screen is this one.
Jenny.
Team Bath. Jenny, you got it right. There's a bonus point for you. The next person.
The Britzillians.
Yeah, Ju, Vernia, all you guys, Britzillians have got it as well. And the third one.
Catherine.
Catherine and Tony, you said C as well. So therefore, you guys are the fastest 3. You get the bonus points, but well done everybody else that said C as well. Sue says it's cutting out every few minutes. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. There's not much I can do because everything's broadcasting fine here, and I'm watching it live as well as watching it being broadcasted to you. So it's got to be a network thing somewhere else, I'm afraid. But well done to everybody who got points there. Do you want to say goodbye and then say goodbye to everybody? Goodbye. And then I can move on with the rest of the quiz.
Au revoir.
Thank you. Off you go then, darling.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. Right. We can move on now. We can make a start with the TV and films round, I think. Millie, you are... I can see your comments. Just to address a few other comments that have been coming in. You have a flag next to your comments. I can definitely see them. So I don't know if, I presume everybody else can, but yeah, I can see all your comments. So don't worry about it, just keep commenting. And I will pass on your comments to Abby as always in the morning, because I know some of them will come in now as she's going off to bed. So thank you all for that, and I hope you enjoyed that little question. I can't see a flag next to anybody's names, actually, no. What I can see is, what's that? Somebody's got a badge. Oh, Gabby's got a badge next to her name. She's got an anniversary follower badge with a number 4 in it. Follow the Big Quiz Night in to earn this badge. Having a badge on Facebook tells people something interesting about you. Thanks, Facebook. It may not be a top fan badge, but that's yeah, interesting. I've not seen that one before. It must be a new one. But yeah, it's an anniversary follower, so that must mean you've been following me for 4 years. I'm guessing that anniversary badge is. Oh, that's what you've got as well, is it, Millie? I can't see yours. Well, it's all very exciting. If it comes up on my screen, I'll let you know. But yeah, the more you comment, the more likely you're going to get a badge for all these new things, because I know they've launched a lot, and I've activated them in the group as well, the top fan group, for those who are in there. Okay, let's move on then to round number 1, the proper first round of the evening. And round number 1 is TV and films. As you can see down the right-hand side there, we'll now be moving through those subjects, and hopefully you guys do well. So I will read through the questions. I'll reveal the pictures as well in just a moment. The picture rounds will be throughout TV and films history and connections. So there'll be 2 pictures you need to work out for each round. Keep them to yourself. Keep all your answers to yourself, to be honest. Just make a note of them as we go through. I can repeat the questions for you as well at the end of the round. So you'll just let me know in the comments which ones you want me to repeat. and then we'll go through the answers. You can tally up your own scores, see how you do, and then if you want to, you can put your scores in the comments, and we celebrate with those who do well and commiserate with those who perhaps don't do so well. But remember, this is just for fun. We're all here just having a laugh. Right, okay. We have a badge, but it is in Polish, Jenny says. Random. And Millie says mine's in Spanish. Well, see, I told you, Facebook is having problems tonight. They must be rolling out some new content because you're all getting these badges, but all in random languages. So maybe that's a part of what is causing the network disruptions. Okay, the pictures for this evening then are name the animals. So it is British wildlife. All the pictures across the 3 rounds are going to be British wildlife. So I found some cute pictures of random British wildlife. You get 1 point for each if you guess what they are correctly. Again, don't put this in the comments. I'll just tell you what they are at the end, and you can give yourself a point for each of them that you get correct. Okay, I'm fairly certain my auntie has got this right already, but we shall see. But yeah, let's see how you go. With that said, let's start with the TV and films round as well. Here we go with question number 1, everybody. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away was first seen on screen in which movie? A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away was first seen on screen in which movie? It did buffer a little bit for me then as well. As I said before, I will repeat questions as well. Gabby says her badge was in Arabic. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lord knows what's going on with Facebook this evening. That's so strange. It's good that you're getting badges though. That's good fun. We like badges. Makes it a bit more interesting, a bit more rewarding for you to engage with everything that I post. Question number 2. This one is for 2 points. Who were the first couple to wed in the Big Bang Theory? Who were the first couple to wed in the Big Bang Theory? 1 point for each. You just need to give me their first names, the character first names. Who were the first couple to wed in the Big Bang Theory? Lots of talking. I think I can have a drink now as we go. Question number 3 is for 3 points, 1 point for each that you get in the correct order. So put these TV shows into the correct order with the earliest shown on TV first. Holby Blue, Casualty, Holby City. So 3 points if you get them all in the right order. Put these TV shows into the correct order with the earliest shown on TV first. Holby Blue, Casualty, and Holby City. You know, if I also run through these questions too quickly, then you can, again, let me know to repeat them at the end. Not just if you miss them for whatever reason. Right, question number 4 now. On TV, what were the names of the dogs that belonged to Sharon Watts, Ethel Skinner, and Robbie Jackson in EastEnders? No shame if you get these ones wrong. If you know me, you know I'm not a massive fan of soaps, but you know, a lot of people are. So there's some trivia for you on it. On TV, what were the names of the dogs who belonged to Sharon Watts, Ethel Skinner, and Robbie Jackson in EastEnders? 1 point for each again in that one. Yeah, I was a bit panicky actually earlier on today because I hadn't done a Facebook live show, as many of you know, for 3 weeks, 2 weeks not being well, and then the week before that was Patreon week. So 3 weeks of not doing this, I felt really out of practice. And I was really worried that something was going to go wrong. And I was like, oh, what if I forgot how to do something? And thankfully, it all kind of come back to me, and we were good to go. It's just Facebook playing up. That's the problem. But hopefully it smooths out. Question number 5 now. Question 5. Which one of these actors has never been a cast member on Saturday Night Live in the USA? The 3 I'm going to give you are Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, or Jim Carrey? Now, they've all appeared on SNL, they've all been on the show, but one of them has never been an official cast member. So it's Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, or Jim Carrey. Choose one for 1 point. Question number 6, you're going to get 3 points for this one, 1 point for each correct word. What does the Audi slogan Vorsprung durch Technik mean in English? I apologize if I've said that wrong. I think that's how they say it on the advert. What does the Audi slogan Vorsprung durch Technik mean in English? 1 point for each correct word. Or at least the English translation of it, whether it is literally verbatim those 3 words, I don't know, but there's a definite English translation. That's what we're looking for here. I seem to remember somebody questioning me about it when it happened at a pub quiz. But yeah, the English translation we're after. For 3 points. Question number 7 now, question 7. Walk the Line, Behind the Candelabra, and Get On Up are biopic films about which pop stars? Walk the Line, Behind the Candelabra, and Get On Up are biopic films about which pop stars? 1 point for each. That puts us just about the halfway mark of the round. I'm really looking forward to bringing you the Survey Says questions at the end, because I've taken one in particular from Family Feud, the American version of the show. And man, that is definitely not the kind of show you would get away with before the watershed over here. Some of the questions and answers. Oh man, if you ever want to laugh, look up Family Feud on YouTube. Goodness me, it's so funny. So funny, and yeah, ridiculously rude at times. It was probably on at like 6 in the evening in America, but nah, it would never happen over here. The question I've picked for you guys later is one of the tamest ones. It's funny. We might do similar in future if you like it. Okay. Oh, Andrew says, hi, sorry we're late. Not to worry. Do as well as you can with the questions that are left in this round. Just glad you could be here. The more the merrier. We're only just going through the TV and films round, so don't you worry. Plenty more quiz. Plenty more quiz. All right, the next question then is question number 8. Sylvester Stallone and Mel and Sue have advertised 2 brands of British bread. Name them for 1 point each. So for 2 points there, Sylvester Stallone for 1 point and Mel and Sue for another point have advertised 2 brands of British bread. Name them for 1 point each. Yes, and to Andrew and anybody else new that's just tuned in, Facebook appears to be having some network issues tonight, so you might see the feed buffering a little bit from time to time. I'm blaming Facebook. It might not be Facebook, but it normally is, let's be honest. I think as I advertise down in the corner there, posting quizzes on my TikTok page, I think TikTok hates me a little bit at the moment, because I put a video out talking about the fact I was going to do this show tonight, along with today's question of the day that I posted. And the video got about 5 views in the space of 3 hours, which is rubbish in TikTok world. So yeah, there's a thought process that says that if you talk about another social media app on another social media app, they suppress your content because you shouldn't be promoting something else when you're on their platform. Definitely felt true on that video. It did pick up, but man, it's really sad. Question number 9. Now, this is for 3 points. And until recently, it would have only been for 2 points. Question 9. Which 3 popular movies feature characters named William S. Preston and Theodore Logan? Facebook is now giving you subtitles. There's a button for that. You can turn it off because it will try and predict what I'm saying, and it will be very funny because it will get it wrong a lot. But yeah, you can. If you tap the screen, you'll see like a little CC button, I think it is, or click on the screen depending on what device you're using, Catherine, and you can turn it off if you want to. I had it on mine as well. I didn't put it on, but I just turned it off because it was distracting me, and it was very wrong. All right, question number 9. I'll say again. Which 3 popular movies featured the characters named William S. Preston and Theodore Logan? Question number 10 now. Question 10. 90210 is a TV postcode in which American city? 90210 is a TV postcode in which American city? That is question number 10. Five more questions to go in this round. Mark says he got booted. I must missed that comment from before. But yeah, hopefully you're back now and we're all good. Right, so your next question then is question 11, and this is for 3 points. Who play the roles of Vanessa Jenkins, Neil Smith, and Bryn West in Gavin and Stacey? Who play the roles of Vanessa Jenkins, Neil Smith, and Bryn West in Gavin and Stacey? For 3 points, name those 3 people. 1 point for each. Okay. If you need a bit of thinking time at the end of the round, you can absolutely have that. If people ask me to repeat questions, that's a good way of giving the whole, well, everybody that's watching thinking time, really. So don't be afraid to ask for a repeat of a question because it will give then everybody thinking time on the others. Okay, question 12 now. Question 12. 10 Things I Hate About You is a film based on or inspired by which Shakespearean play? Oh no, Sue and the Donuts, you're going to have to go. You're not hearing most of the questions. Okay, if you wanted to catch up, you know the video will be posted because it always gets recorded and you can watch it again another time. I'm really sorry about that. It's so frustrating. Excuse me. I'm sure things will sort themselves out, but I understand if it's frustrating for you. There's really not much I can do. Okay, no worries. Let me know if you do stick around and it still seems to sort itself out though. Sad times. Question 13 now for 3 points. Ross Geller married which 3 women in Friends? Ross Geller married which 3 women in Friends? 1 point for each. Yeah, if you are having problems and you've got a different device you could try, I do recommend you do that. Again, it might not make a difference, but it might make all the difference because I know it did help a lot of people out before on previous shows when that's happened. Question number 14. Which TV comedian had a comedy roadshow? Which one introduced us to his New World Order? And which one told us good news? 1 point for each. Which TV comedians had a comedy roadshow? Which one introduced us to his New World Order? And which one told us his good news? 1 point for each. And then we just got the one more question left to go in this round. So make sure you've also had a guess at what you think the animals are. So you get 1 point for each of those animals. Again, don't guess in the comments. Don't give it away to everybody else. We will reveal the answers once we've done any repeats of questions. So then I'll tell you those as well. But you get an extra 2 points there if you get those animals correct. Question 15 then, here we go. Your last question in TV and films. Colin Firth, Timothy Spall and Kirk Douglas first played a real-life artist on film in which movies? 1 point for each. Colin Firth, Timothy Spall and Kirk Douglas first played a real-life artist on film in which movies? 1 point for each. Let me know in the comments which ones you want repeated. If you've been having connection problems, chances are you want me to repeat most of them. But don't be shy, let me know, and I'll gladly repeat questions for you. I'm just glad I'm able to bring you another quiz, to be honest. So hopefully we can put up with the problems. But I do understand if it's unbearable with all the buffering. I won't tempt fate and say it looks better my end now than it did. Okay, 12 and 15 to start with then. Okay, so question number 12 was 10 Things I Hate About You is a film based on or inspired by which Shakespearean play? That's number 12. Number 15 again, Colin Firth, Timothy Spall, and Kirk Douglas first play a real-life artist on film in which movies? Okay, any more repeats? I'll give you another couple of minutes just to have a think about those. Next round will be history. We'll do the similar kind of thing. It'll be another 15 questions and 2 new pictures. Catherine says number 11, please. Okay, number 11 was who play the roles of Vanessa Jenkins, Neil Smith, and Bryn West in Gavin and Stacey. So that's for another 3 points. Okay. No more repeats coming in then. Looks like not. Okay. I think we're going to go through the answers then now. So give yourself 1 point for each, including the pictures, and then you can put your scores in the comments once you've tallied them all up, and you can let me know separately if you got the 2 pictures or just combine it all into one score. It's entirely up to you. So let's go through the answers then. So question number 1, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, was first seen on screen in which movie? It was the first Star Wars movie. So originally, when it was released in '77, it was just called Star Wars, and then a little bit later on, when they made more, George Lucas renamed it. So you could have still had a point if you put A New Hope or Episode 4 A New Hope, but Star Wars is all you needed to put, really. Question number 2 for 2 points. Who were the first couple to wed in The Big Bang Theory? It is Howard and Bernadette for 2 points. Question 3, put the TV shows into the correct order with the earliest shown on TV first. So the 3 I gave you were Holby Blue, Casualty, and Holby City. In the correct order, earliest first, Casualty, then Holby City, then Holby Blue. So 3 points if you got that exactly right. 1 point if you got one, but the other 2 out of order. Question 4. On TV, what were the names of the dogs that belonged to Sharon Watts, Ethel Skinner, and Robbie Jackson? In EastEnders, they were Rolly, Willie, and Wellard. Question 5. Which one of these actors has never been cast, or a cast member, on Saturday Night Live in the USA? Was it Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, or Jim Carrey? It is Jim Carrey. He's hosted the show 4 times, but he's never been an official cast member. So there you go. Jim Carrey's the answer there for 1 point. Question 6. The Audi slogan in English is Progress Through Technology. Voorsprong durch Technik means progress through technology. Mark's been booted again, but he does now have a badge next to his name. Maybe they're kicking you out so that they can give you all badges. Maybe that's the problem. Follower. You've got a follower badge. I mean, you've been following me for ages. Why is it only now giving you that badge? Facebook is weird, isn't it? Sometimes, I tell you. Okay, so I can repeat any answers. Oh, Sue says we're back. Seems okay now. Fantastic. Touch wood. Fingers crossed. All that. If you need me to repeat any answers, let me know once we get to the end again. So question 7, Walk the Line, Behind the Candelabra, and Get On Up are biopic films about which pop stars? It is Johnny Cash in Walk the Line, Brilliant film. Behind the Candelabra was about Liberace, and Get On Up about James Brown. I haven't seen either of those. Question 8. Sylvester Stallone and Mel and Sue have advertised 2 brands of British bread. That is Warburton's and Kingsmill. You don't have to tell me which one's which. Just if you got those 2 down, then you get a point for each. And yes, I will. Okay, Mark, question 4 was Rowley, Willie, and Wellard, the 3 dogs' names you missed by the sounds of it. Okay, question 9, the William S. Preston and Theodore Logan movies, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and Bill and Ted Face the Music. Face the Music was, of course, the most recent one released in 2020. Okay, your next one was number 10. 90210 is a TV postcode in which American city? That is Beverly Hills 90210. Question 11. Vanessa Jenkins, Neil Smith, and Bryn West in Gavin and Stacey are played by Ruth Jones, James Corden, and Rob Brydon for 3 points. Question number 12. 10 Things I Hate About You is inspired by The Taming of the Shrew. Question 13, Ross Geller married in Friends, Carol, Emily, and Rachel. Question 14, which TV comedians had a comedy roadshow? Which one introduced us to his New World Order, and which one told us his good news? So the comedy roadshow was Michael McIntyre's comedy roadshow. The New World Order was Frankie Boyle's, and then good news was Russell Howard's good news. Question 15, Colin Firth, Timothy Spall, and Kirk Douglas first played a real-life artist on film in which movies? It is Girl with the Pearl Earring, Mr. Turner, and Lust for Life. Now, the pictures, again, if you want any more repeated, let me know. The pictures tonight, on the left there, you have a stoat, and on the right, it is a chaffinch. So 1 point for each of those as well. Tally up those scores. Let me know in the comments how well you did. And we shall, as always, we celebrate with those who do well and commiserate with those who don't. But don't you worry if you failed miserably. It's just for fun. And maybe you've learned something new along the way. There you go. Okay, good. Some scores coming in then. Excellent. Keep them coming. I'll give you all a shout out in just a moment. What I am also going to do whilst we're here. Mark says he thought it was a bullfinch. Close, but no cigar. Right, in the comments, I'm just pasting a reminder of the link, which is also in the description. It's my beacon link. I think that should work for you. Maybe it won't. Yeah, that should work. There you go. Yes, worked. So my beacon link contains all the links to my social media, my merchandise store, everything, all the places you can support me, and every which way you can imagine is all there. So if you do use any other platforms and social media, that's the place to go. If you do fancy supporting me for what I do here, that's where you go as well. Of course, you can message me as well, and I can help you out. So, with that said, let's go through some scores. Mark says he's got 19 points. Pretty good, considering the connection problems as well. 19 plus 1 for the pictures, says Diva. Good work. 25 with bonus point and pictures. Oh, you're having the bonus point for this round. Fair play. Good score. 19 plus 1 for Luke and Jane. Luke's also got a Facebook badge now. That's a 1-year anniversary follower. Oh, this is good. I want to see more badges. This is great. Millie says, I think I got 15. That's good. Good work. Gabby says, Pinky in the Brain got 2 for the pictures and 26 for the round. Absolutely smashed it. Anne says, a weasel is weaselly easy, whereas a stoat is stotally different. And a chaffinch, the only 2 I got, can't follow properly. Oh, that's okay. Well done. I knew you'd get the pictures. You'll do better in the next round because it's history. I know you like that. I'm sure you'll get some points there. But no worries either way. It's just a bit of fun. Catherine says 18 points plus 1 for the not so golden oldies. On holiday this week in Stratford. Oh, how lovely. And you've chosen to join the quiz as well. What a great way to spend your evening, I hope. Andrew says just the two of us would have got quite a few if we had caught the start. So bring on round two. Fair play. Fair play. If you are ever bored, this will be posted after it's finished, and you can always go back and watch the start of it and see how well you really would have done. Tony says running on two devices simultaneously, so comments may be a bit lumpy. Fair enough. I appreciate you watching and playing along. Bill says a sad 7. That's okay, mate. Not bad for a solo effort. Don't you worry. Okay, good. Great scores all round, and it's really great to see lots of you turning out to watch. And says 20 plus 2 for Britzillians as well. Just a last minute score coming in there. The comments will carry over to the next round, so just in case you're wondering if they'll disappear, you can still keep commenting. The comments box will still be there. It's fine. Okay. So we're over to our history round now. Same thing again, though. 15 questions on history. So, you know, how it works with normal history rounds, as long as you know Henry VIII had 6 wives and you know a little bit about that, that's basically it. I mean, that's all there is really when it comes to history rounds, right? You know, it's guaranteed to happen. It always does. History round always has a question about that. Okay, so your pictures then for round number 2 are right there. And yes, that is a different animal on the left. Okay. It is a different animal on the left and on the right, but I thought some of you may think, hang on, that looks like the one that was in the last round. It's different. Same family, but different. All right, with that said, here we go then with your history round. So 15 more questions, 1 point for each correct answer. Make a note of them. Don't put any of them in the comments, just like before, and we'll see how well you did at the end. Question number 1. In which century was the bard William Shakespeare born? In which century was the bard William Shakespeare born? Question number 2. Here is your token Henry VIII question. What were the names of Henry VIII's first and last wife? 1 point for each. What were the names of Henry VIII's first and final wife? 1 point for each. Okay. We're going to move on then to question number 3. The monument in the City of London is a monument to which event? The monument in the City of London is a monument to which event? That is question 3. Okay, question number 4 now. Question 4. Which playwright was nicknamed the Upstart Crow by his detractors? Which playwright was nicknamed the Upstart Crow by his detractors? Question number 5. Which organization once owned a ship called the Rainbow Warrior? Which organization owned a ship called the Rainbow Warrior? Okay. Yes. If I'm breaking up again for anybody, when we get to the end, I'll repeat any questions. Not again. Oh no. Yeah, it's happening for more than one of you again, isn't it? Okay. All right. Well, I'm afraid you'll just have to bear with it. Hopefully, it sorts itself out. Again, I wish I could wave a magic wand, but everything's running smoothly here. Not much I can do, guys. Question number 6 now for 3 points. Question 6. Put Queen Elizabeth II's 3 oldest grandchildren into the correct order, with the eldest first. Put Queen Elizabeth II's three oldest children into the correct order, with the oldest first. That's for 3 points if you get them all in the correct order. Okay, next question. Question number 7. In which movies does Meryl Streep play the following historical characters? Name the movie titles she plays these historical characters. Margaret Thatcher, Emmeline Pankhurst, and Karen Blixen. For the Queen question, for question 6, it is children, not grandchildren. Sorry if I said that the first time I read it out. It's definitely children. Question 6 was put Queen Elizabeth II's 3 oldest children into the correct order, with the eldest first. Okay. Yeah, question 7. In which movies does Meryl Streep play the following historical characters? Margaret Thatcher, Emmeline Pankhurst, and Karen Blixen. So 3 points available there. Okay. Number 8 now. Question number 8. What nationality was the polar explorer Roald Amundsen? Which nationality was the polar explorer Roald Amundsen? Question number 9 now. Question number 9. Which singer was known as the Little Sparrow? Which singer was known as the Little Sparrow? Question number 10 now is for 3 points. Question number 10. Which 3 American politicians were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2009, 2007, and 2002? 1 point for each. You don't need to say which one won in which year. Just name the 3 if you can. Which 3 American politicians were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize? One was in 2009, the other in 2007, and the third in 2002. 1 point for each. Okay, that's that question then. You will, of course, get more thinking time at the end of the round. People can ask for repeat questions. I'm happy to do any repeats again. Okay, question 11. This one will be for 2 points if you get it exactly right, because it's going to be a name the year question. If you guess the year that this thing I'm about to read to you happened, you get 2 points. If you're a year either side, you can have 1 point for being close. Name the year that construction began on the Berlin Wall. Construction began on the Berlin Wall in what year? 2 points if you get it exactly right, 1 point if you're either side. Almost there then for this round. Question number 12 now. For 3 more points. Question 12. Put these children's toy inventions into the correct order with the earliest released first. The Etch-a-Sketch, Stretch Armstrong, and Mr. Potato Head. Put these children's toy inventions into the correct order with the earliest released first. Etch-a-Sketch, Stretch Armstrong, and Mr. Potato Head. 3 points if you get it exactly right. Just 3 more questions left in this round. Make sure you have written down a guess for the animals in our pictures at the top of the page here. 1 point for each of those as well. Question number 13 then. Question 13. In which city was the RMS Titanic built? In which city was the RMS Titanic built? Question number 14 now. This one is for 3 points again. Question 14. Name the 3 youngest British Prime Ministers of the past 100 years. So across the past 100 years, who have been the 3 youngest British Prime Ministers? At the point, obviously, that they were elected, they were one of the youngest. So name the 3 youngest over the past 100 years. And then we've got 1 more question left. I'll give you just a moment more to think about question 14, but you can let me know which questions, which numbers you'd like repeated in the comments as we read out this last question. Question 15 is for a final 3 points. Which historical figures would you associate with the following mistresses? Nell Gwyn, Emma Hamilton, and Ava Braun. Which historical figures would you associate with the following mistresses? Nell Gwyn, Emma Hamilton, and Ava Braun for 3 points. Okay, that's the end of the history round. Let me know in the comments now if you'd like any questions repeated. I'm sure some of you will, because we broke up again about halfway through, give or take. So just let me know which ones you missed, and I will see if I can repeat those for you. And then we'll go through the answers, see how well you did. Whilst you're having a think about that, I need to remind you about the other link that's in the description of all the videos I post. Okay, here we go. So this other link I'm sharing here, which you'll also find in the description of every video, is the GoFundMe for Secret Santa 365. They provide gifts and donations. They take donations for gifts for struggling families and children in hospital across Oxfordshire, and they do that all year round. Every day's a giving day, as they say, but with Christmas in particular on the way, they are getting particularly busy. So if you do feel generous at all, you can donate to those as opposed to supporting me directly. But yeah, if you can let them know that you found them or heard about them through what I do here, that would be really helpful, just so they know that this is still going on. And that I continue to support what they do. They're also doing laptops for learners still. So if you live in the area, or you know somebody that does live in the area, and you've got a laptop that has now been replaced and you're no longer using, they will accept donations of laptops. They will clean them up properly. They will get them all professionally done up and then give them a new home. Again, to families who perhaps can't afford such things. So that is very much still something they're doing. My old laptop went to a family quite local to where we live. I'm not privy to know exactly who, but I found out after I donated it about a week later. Yeah, it was done up nicely and passed on to a very, very grateful family who really needed access to the internet and couldn't do that from home. They didn't have the money to cover it themselves, to get a machine like a laptop to do it for them and to help them in that way. And now that laptop's been put to good use. So, yeah. Can I repeat question 7, Gabby said. All right, question number 7. In which movies does Meryl Streep play the following historical characters? Margaret Thatcher, Emmeline Pankhurst, and Karen Blixen for 3 points. I'm just scrolling through the comments to see if there's any other badges that are popped up. hopefully this is something we'll see more of. It's quite fun. I like it when the badges are around. I like the fact they've added loads of new ones as well. I mentioned this at the top of the show, but I've activated a whole bunch of new badges in the Top Fan Facebook group. So if you're a regular quiz attendee, you can just join the Top Fan Facebook group. You'll get in there, amongst other things, I share in there on the day of the show the different subjects that you'll expect. It'll be a screenshot just like this, but with the sidebar, so you can see what the subjects are ahead of the quiz, so you know what to expect when you join. And other things as well I share in there. If you're a Patreon supporter, which is a bit different, then you will find out even earlier, amongst other great things. More on that in a minute. Okay, I think we're going to go through the answers now. I've not had any more requests for repeats, so let's see how well you did. Question number 1 in the history round. In which century was the bard William Shakespeare born? It is the 16th century. Born in 1564, so the 16th century. Question 2, what were the names of Henry VIII's first and final wives? They were Catherine of Aragon and Catherine Parr, for 2 points. Question 3, the monument in the City of London is a monument to which event? It is the Great Fire of London. Question 4, the upstart crow, the playwright had that nickname. It was William Shakespeare, called the upstart crow by his detractors. Question 5, which organisation owned a ship called the Rainbow Warrior? That was Greenpeace. Question 6, put Queen Elizabeth II's 3 oldest children into the correct order, with the oldest first. So first is Charles, he was born in 1948. Then it's Anne, born in 1950. And then it's that other one, born in 1960. Andrew, for the point. Let's move on. Question 7. In which movies does Meryl Streep play the following historical characters? Margaret Thatcher, Emmeline Pankhurst, and Karen Blixen, for 3 points. It is the Iron Lady, the Iron Lady for 1 point, Suffragette for 2, and Out of Africa for 3. Okay, the next one was number 8. The nationality of the polar explorer Roald Amundsen, get my words right, Norwegian. Question 9, which singer was known as the Little Sparrow? That was Edith Piaf. Question 10, which 3 American politicians were awarded Nobel Peace Prizes in 2009, 7, and 2? It is Barack Obama, Al Gore, and Jimmy Carter. Okay, question 11. So for 2 points if you got this exactly right, 1 point if you were either side of the correct answer. Construction began on the Berlin Wall in 1961. Question 12. Put these children's toy inventions into the correct order, with the earliest released first. Excuse me. We have Mr. Potato Head was in 1952, then Etch-a-Sketch in 1960, and then Stretch Armstrong in 1976. So Mr. Potato Head, then Etch-a-Sketch, then Stretch Armstrong. 3 points in total if you got them all exactly right. Question 13, in which city was the RMS Titanic built? That was in Belfast. Question 14, name the 3 youngest prime ministers, British prime ministers, over the past 100 years. Those 3 are David Cameron, Tony Blair, and John Major. And finally, question 15, the historical figures that you would associate with the following mistresses, Nell Gwyn, Emma Hamilton, and Ava Braun, are Charles II, Lord Nelson, and Adolf Hitler, for 3 points. Tally up those scores then. The pictures this time round. The pictures were a house martin is the bird, and on the left is a weasel. So you had a stoat on the first page for TV and films, and this time it is a weasel. They do look very similar. I think the tails are the main difference between the two from what I read. But there you go, for 2 points, 2 extra points there. A house martin on the right and a weasel on the left. Didn't hear 11. Question 11 was 1961. So And number seven, did I say number seven already? Number seven, yes, I did repeat that for you, didn't I? So yeah, number 11 was 1961. 2 points if you got it exactly right, and a point if you got it either side by 1 year. Let's see how well you did then. The answers, or team scores rather, are coming in now. Mark's got 24 points. Good score. The Donuts, they're still with us. I'm so glad it's worked out. 22 points. 20-0 for the Animals, though. For Diva, good effort, though. 20 points. Anne says woohoo, but I'm not quite sure what you're woohooing about. How many points did you get? Did you, or are you just happy that you did okay in that round? Either way, it's fine. Jenny says 16 for Team Bath. Pinky and the Brain got 2 for the pictures and 19 for the round. Excellent. 17 plus 1 for Luke and Jane. 17 plus 1 for Britzillions. The two of us, 17 that round as well. Good work, Andrew. Catherine and Tony, 25 plus 1 bonus point. So 27 for the not so golden oldies. Lucky that we are in Stratford for the Shakespeare questions. I know, right? What a coincidence. Oh, it was your birthday year. Oh, I see. That's what it was. Well, we weren't going to announce that on the internet, Anne, but okay. Well done. Well done. You got it right as well then. Good stuff. Okay, any more scores? Keep them coming in. Ant says I keep singing Pinky and the Brain in my head now. Brilliant. You'll have some other songs in your head by the end of the next round. I know I have all day. You'll find out what that is in just a moment. Let's flick over then to round number 3. Okay, so round number 3 then is a connections round. These typically these would have 10 questions. But this is actually one that's got 15 questions again, okay? And the reason it's called a connections round, it's a potluck round, so any subject goes, but all the answers are connected. So there is a word that is connected throughout all of these, okay? Every answer has a connection to all the other answers. If you work that out, the last question will be asking you what that connection is, and you get 5 bonus points for it, okay, if you get the connection exactly right. I think this is potentially one of the easier ones, but again, it all comes in terms of easier connections round, because sometimes they're really tricky. But, you know, they're only easy if you know the answer. So let's just see how you go. You are going to... Gabby says, sorry, not sorry, for the Pinky and the Brain. 24 points, and that's fantastic. Well done. That's a great score. I knew you'd do well in this round. Okay, well, good luck for this one to you all as well. Let me bring up the pictures then for this time. 2 more animals coming your way now. Name the animals. 1 point for each. 2 extra points available. Can't follow my more as I can't hear all the questions. Well done, good night. Oh, okay, no problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Take care. Okay, let's go on to the connections round then, everybody. Here we go with question number 1. Name the character played by June Brown in the first ever episode of EastEnders, and many more. Remember, keep the answers to yourself. Keep the answers to yourself. We will go through the answers at the end of the round and then see what your scores are, just as we did for the others. Name the character played by June Brown in the first ever episode of EastEnders. That's question 1. Okay. Question number 2. By what name is the black ball known in the game of American Pool? By what name is the black ball known in the game of American Pool? Question number 3 now. Which actor played the title role of Kit Walker in The Phantom on film? So who played the Phantom in the movie The Phantom? Name the actor. Which actor played the role of Kit Walker, the Phantom, on film? Okay, so that's question number 3. Even if you don't get all these questions right, you could very much still have a guess at what you think the connection is. Always worth a guess. It's better to have a guess than to not have a guess, because you never know, you might get it right. Question number 4. This one relies on a bit of local knowledge, or at least knowing and being aware of Oxford, at least, which is the nearest city to where I am, which is why I say local. Okay, question number 4. What is the name of the iconic circular building in Oxford city centre that is the reading room and part of the Bodleian Library? So it's part library. So it's part of the Bodleian Library. What is the name of the iconic circular building in Oxford city centre that is the reading room and part of the Bodleian Library? There's lots of underground tunnels underneath that whole part of Oxford. Thought that I think the last time I heard about them was a way of transporting books between buildings during the war, just in case Oxford was bombed, which of course it wasn't, thankfully. But yeah, lots of secret underground tunnels. Question number 7 for you now. Name the actor who played the title role in Willow. And many other roles, of course, but name the actor who played the title role in Willow. Oh, Catherine, you're in Oxford next Tuesday. That's awesome. I don't know if you've been before, but yeah, I could probably recommend some places to go if you wanted. Depends what you're looking for. I'm sure you've already got your trip planned out, but it is stunning. Just make sure you've got plenty of funds with you. You might need to remortgage to pay for parking. I don't know. I can't confirm that. Oh, apologies. I've skipped a question. I have skipped a question. I got so excited about reading that next one that I skipped it. Question 5 was this is question 5. I've done 6 and 7. I missed question 5. My apologies. These things happen when I waffle on a bit. Question 5 was, what was the name of the character played by Anthony Perkins in Psycho? Yeah. Question 5 was, what was the name of the character played by Anthony Perkins in Psycho? Question 6 I missed as well. Again, I was so excited to read question 7, I just skipped over it. I've had a few weeks off. Give me a break. I know, Bernia, I know. Okay. So let me just recap for you. Question 4, if we go back to number 4, that was asking about the Bodleian Library in Oxford. Okay. We're good up to there. Question 5, what was the name of the character played by Anthony Perkins in Psycho? Question 6 I haven't read yet because I skipped it and went on to number 7. And that was name the actor who played the title role in Willow. Hang him, he says. Oh, no, don't start. Okay, right. So anyway, the one I missed, the other one I missed, this was number 6. As long as you put the right answers down, it doesn't matter if you get them slightly in the wrong order. It's not like I'm marking them. Even then, it doesn't matter. Question 6 was, what did Oxford City Technical School become in 1996? It was renamed to Oxford something University. The something is the important bit. Oh, there you go, Catherine. Catherine and Tony. Bill says the gin cruise is worth doing. I wouldn't know myself, but yeah. How long are you coming down for as well? How long will you be in the Oxford area? Is it just for a day or two? You have to let me know. Okay, right, so we should now all be on number 8. Because question 7 was name the actor who played the title role in Willow. Okay? Question number 8, name the American historic musical written by Lin-Manuel Miranda about a founding father of the USA? Oh, thank you, Catherine says. 2 days you're down for. So you're down Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, that's a shame. If you were staying for a little bit longer, you could have come to my pub quiz on the Thursday night in Abingdon. It's only down the road. That would have been nice. I'm sure you'll have a lovely trip anyway. It's a really nice city to visit. Okay, I'm going to repeat that last question again. Number 8 was name the American historic musical written by Lin-Manuel Miranda about a founding father of the USA. Yeah, it would have been. Would have been great. Well, if you or anybody else is ever planning a trip down, it's normally Thursdays and Sundays I host my quiz nights in Abingdon. Where this page that you're watching this quiz on originated was because of that. That's all it was about originally. Mark says, I spent a couple of nights on the train station benches years ago in Oxford. Yeah, there's not much to do around there. I give it a bad rap a lot of the time because it's just so expensive, and we've got everything we need here. We don't really need to go there, but to visit, especially as a tourist, it's stunning. There's so much to see. I'm quite lucky having it so close by, really. But it is expensive to park in town. I do know that much. Right, question number 9. Which actor played Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four and went on to portray Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Which actor played Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four and went on to portray Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? It's not like you watched on Morse. Yeah, there's not. I don't know. I don't know what the crime's like compared to what you've seen on Morse. Can't speak for that. Yeah, Chrissy watches a lot of that. She loves Morse and Endeavour. I can't say I've watched a single episode all the way through. I'm sure I'd enjoy it. It's just not normally my kind of thing. Mark, yeah, last connection to Melbourne stops about 5 p.m. Okay. Right, question 10, then question number 10. Which football club did Paul Ince manage for just 17 games in 2012? Which football club did Paul Ince manage for just 17 games in 2012? I think that's your only sports question of the evening. We don't do sport often here. I had started to do it a little bit more often in sport and leisure rounds. Excuse me. I tend to think for some people it puts them off, but then you do get a few people that really like it. It'll come around again at some point. Question 11. Which breed of penguin is the largest and the heaviest? For 1 point, which breed of penguin is the largest and the heaviest? It's just a 1 point question. The same type of penguin is the largest and heaviest. My favourite animal, in case you're interested, penguins. Yeah. Love penguins. Question number 12 now. Question 12. What was the name of Nelson Mandela's first autobiography? What was the name of Nelson Mandela's first autobiography? That's question 12. Everything all right, Mark? What's the question mark for? Don't tell me I've missed something out again. I'm sure I haven't this time. Oh, no. No, I haven't. No. You're making me worry now. Question 12. What was the name of Nelson Mandela's first autobiography? That's it. Getting paranoid now. Question 13. Name the character portrayed by Sean Bean in Game of Thrones. Most people say tiger or shark or something for their favourite animal. Oh, I see. I don't know. I just always like penguins. I don't I don't dislike other animals. I don't think. Not many. Not a massive fan of spiders. Never known anyone say penguin. Really? Oh, they're so fun. Tony Pipe says, I worked in the Mac Fisheries shop in Abingdon a very, very long time ago. Ah, well, the King's Head and Bell has been a pub in Abingdon for many, many years. It's one of the oldest pubs in the country, and that is where my quiz nights are. So if anyone is welcome to come and join in, I'm there Thursdays and Sundays. And this page supports the fact I do that as well. So I promote the quiz nights I do there, as well as this one you're watching now and everything else. So there you go. Yeah, I've always lived around the area. Question number 14 now. Name the character played on film by Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. Name the character played on film by Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. I will give you a clue on this one and say that you only really need to try and work out the first name of the character because that's the key word to help you. Did I say portrayed or portrayed? Played on film, portrayed. Name the character played on film. And the same one for the Game of Thrones. Yeah, name the character played on film by Sean Bean in Game of Thrones. I see what you did there. No spoilers for people who haven't seen Game of Thrones. But yeah, name the character played by, I'll leave it at that, played by Sean Bean in Game of Thrones, and name the character played by Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. So those are the 14 general knowledge questions. Question 15 is asking you, as I mentioned at the top of the round, what's the connection? So have a look at all the answers that you've managed to get, and a key word from each of those answers is connected. They all are connected. If you can work out that connection, you get 5 bonus points. I will explain what the connection is, of course, at the end. Don't forget also you need to work out the animals. 2 more animals on screen now. 1 point for each of those. Let me know if you need any questions repeated, because that is the end of that round. We'll go through the answers in a moment as usual, and then we can move on to the Our Survey Says round to finish off the evening. Mark, you only got to 12. Question 13 was name the character played by Sean Bean in Game of Thrones. Question 14, name the character played on film by Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. If you've only got 12 answers written down, you must have missed something else along the way. 11. Oh no. You should still have enough to work out the connection. Question number 8. Okay, question 8 was name the American historical musical written by Lin-Manuel Miranda about a founding father of the USA. And if you have seen it, like I have, on TV at least, you've probably now got some of the songs in your head. And I have most of the afternoon. Question 3 again was which actor played the title role of Kit Walker in The Phantom on film? So the movie was called The Phantom, who's the alter ego of Kit Walker. Who played that character on film? Any more repeats? Let me know. Last chance before we go through the answers. I'll try not to skip any of them. No, nothing else coming in. All right, your thinking time is up. I'm going to go through the answers now. Question number 1. Name the character played by June Brown in the first ever episode of EastEnders. That is Dot Cotton. Question 2. By what name is the black ball known in the game of American pool? You must have had a blackout, Mark. Okay. All right. Let's see how you go with these ones anyway. The black ball in American pool is called the 8 ball. Question 3. Kit Walker, the Phantom, was played on film by Billy Zane. Question 4. What is the name of the iconic circular building in Oxford City Centre that is a reading room and part of the Bodleian Library? It is the Radcliffe Camera. Question 5. What was the name of the character played by Anthony Perkins in Psycho? Norman Bates. Question 6. What did Oxford City Technical School become in 1996? They changed the name to Oxford Brookes University. If you live locally, you will have no doubt heard of Oxford Brookes, but you may not have realised that's what it was called before. But there you go. Question 7. Name the actor who played the title role in Willow. It was Warwick Davis. Warwick Davis. Question 8. The American historic musical about a founding father of the USA is called Hamilton. It's about Alexander Hamilton. There's that song again. Oh, it is really good. I love the music from it. It is so good. But I can't get out of my head once it's in there. Question 9. Just you wait. No. Question 9. Which actor played Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four and went on to play Captain America in the MCU? That is Chris Evans. If you got that one right, you may have got the last question much quicker. Well, you might be kicking yourself now. Question 10. Which football club did Paul Ince manage for just 17 games in 2012? That was Blackburn Rovers. Question 11. Which breed of penguin is the largest and heaviest? It is the emperor penguin. Question 12. What was the name of Nelson Mandela's first autobiography? It was The Long Walk to Freedom. Question 13. The character played by Sean Bean in Game of Thrones was Ned Stark or Eddard Stark. Stark was the key word there. Question 14. Name the character played on film by Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. That was Travis Bickle. And the connection for 5 bonus points is Radio 1 DJs, old and new. Because, let's work this through. We have Dot Cotton, Fern Cotton. The 8 ball was because of, oh, hang on, it's in the wrong order here. We have Simon Bates, sorry, for, where was that one? I just reordered it, that's why. Oh, Norman Bates, that's why it's in the wrong order. Yeah, Norman Bates. We had Oxford Brookes University, Tony Blackburn, Mark Radcliffe. I'll just read the DJs off, it's easier. Bruno Brooks, of course. Gary Davis for Warwick Davis. David Hamilton. Chris Evans for Warwick Davis. David Hamilton. Chris Evans, the other Chris Evans, the ginger one, if you remember. Zane Lowe, Billy Zane. Signal cut out again. Emperor Roscoe, never heard of that one. Janice Long, Chris Stark, Dave Lee Travis, all Radio 1 DJs, old and new. Zoe Ball, that's the one I missed there. Zoe Ball for the 8 ball question. So there you go. They all share names with Radio 1 DJs, old and new. If you've got the bonus points there, very well done. These connections round can often be really tricky. So let's see how well you did. Tally up the scores. So there's 14 points available without the bonus question there. 1 point for each correct answer, and then you get 5 bonus points if you got the final question correct. Let's see how you did. And the pictures were, let me just double check what I was about to tell you, a vole and a sparrowhawk. A vole and a sparrowhawk. So you get bonus points there for those. 1 point for each. Let's see how well you did. Without those pictures, Mark says, oh my God, massacre, 8 points. That's all right. Oh, don't you worry. +1 for the pictures. Well done, Mark. There we go. 9 points. A little bit more respectable. Very well done. Of course, it doesn't matter what your scores are. This is all just for fun. The donuts have got themselves 15 points. Very good. 15 points. Keep those scores coming in. Let's see how well the rest of you have done. 9 points for Diva. 12 points for the not so golden oldies. None for the pictures though. Ooh, okay. Yes, the pictures again were a vole and a sparrowhawk. Just the two of us got 14 points. Gabby says 16 + 2 for Pinky in the Brain. Excellent. Luke says 10 plus 5, got the connection, plus 1, so 16. Excellent score, well done. Any more scores? Let me know. I know there's a few more teams. I might just move on. I might just move on anyway. Here's another one though. 9 with the pictures. Is that 9 or 19? I think you accidentally did an exclamation mark there. So 19 with the pictures. Well done, Team Bath. 9 plus 1 for the Brazilians. Okay, well done. Good work. Yeah, I don't think we've a pretty good mix of subjects covered in that round, really, but in general this evening. Hopefully you feel you've had a good balance of trivia before we get onto the silly stuff with Our Survey Says. Yes, 19. I thought so. Well done to Team Bath. Good. Okay, well, once again, the comments will carry over to the next page, so keep putting your scores in if you haven't done so already. Let's go over to our first of 3 questions for our Survey Says round. All right, so here we go then. This is the Our Survey Says round. I know we've got a few, let's say a few of you. Some of you won't have watched this before, but essentially it's family fortunes. So I'm going to reveal a question in a moment. We're looking for the top 5 answers from the survey of 100 people. And you need to work out what you think the highest answer is first. So every team gets to have 1 guess each. Just put them in the comments as soon as you think of it. And then we'll see how many of the answers you've got. And if there are any more remaining, then we will open up the floor and you can guess as much as you like in the comments. And I'll reveal the answers as and when they appear. Millie says she got 10 points for that round. Good work. So that's another one then. 10 points. Good. I think that, like I said, I think it was one of the easier of the connections rounds we've done. Some of them can be very, very tricky, but that one I think was a good mix. So good. That's really good. So let's reveal the question then. Remember, every team gets 1 guess for the first run through, and then I'll open it up for more if need be. Here we go. So we surveyed 100 people and asked them to name a class kids want to skip at school. What could be the top answer? What do you think is the top answer for this one? And I'll reveal the answers on the board as we go. First of all, I want to see those guesses coming in the comments. I've saved the best question till last. I did tease it earlier. You'll see. Okay, Diva's going with PE. Gabby says maths. Mark's gone with PE as well. Jenny and Team Bath have gone with maths. Tony's saying PE. Catherine and Tony are saying PE. Okay. Maths again for the Brazilians. and says maths. Okay, we're going to start revealing some of the answers now. Any more guesses come in, I'm sure you will see where it lies. So, yeah, okay, those are all the guesses I've got in for now. So, PE, is it there? PE and sports, either or, is number 3 on the list. Third most popular answer. The other ones we've got in are maths. So let's just have a quick look and see if maths is there. Maths is the top answer. Very good. So if you got maths there, well done. You got the top answer there. I don't know. You can give yourself bonus points if you like. These are just for fun, really, just to have a laugh. Let's have a guess at some of the other subjects then. What other subjects could kids want to skip at school? There are 3 more in the top 5 to work out for this question. Don't be shy, have a go in the comments. RE, or religious education, is that one of the ones that people want to skip? No, not there, not in the top 5. Maths have already been guessed, so that's the top answer there. Some of the comments are taking a while to come in, actually. So, science, I've got science coming in now. Okay. So we have Gabby saying science, Catherine and Tony and Millie all saying science. Let's just have a quick look. Science, is it there? That's the 4th one on the list. Okay, 2 more to discover. What else could be in our survey here? Geography. Team Bath have gone with geography. Let's have a look. It's there and it's the 5th answer. Well done. Mark says sex education this time. It's not there. Nobody wants to skip that class. It's just not in the top five. Right, Gabby says French, or let's just say languages as a general thing for that one. Languages, is it there? No. Languages is not there. Oh, Mark did. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, what else could it be? One more subject. Chemistry, well, we've already got science, so science covers off chemistry, physics, and biology. Social studies, not there. Jenny says history. History, unbelievable. It was round 2 this evening. Surely that's not the missing answer. It totally is. Well done. Yes, Gabby coming there with history as well. Pinky in the brain. And Team Bath completing the board there. Well done. So maths, history, PE or sports, any of the sciences, and then geography was the 5th one. I'm sure if we had the full list, it would go on and say all the other ones that you mentioned there. History is great. Yeah, right. Exactly. Apparently, it's the second most popular one. People think kids want to skip. There you go. All right, let's reset the board. We will go back now. We'll go on to question number 2 in our survey says round. Sorry, the audio probably cut out there as I changed scenes. But yes, question number 2. Same again. Have one guess first, and let's see how you go. Name an actor who has played Batman on film. An actor who has played Batman on film. Name an actor who's played Batman on film. Let's have a look. Mark in the comments has gone with Adam West. Very famously played Batman 1966. There was a Batman movie as well as a TV show, so it seems like a legitimate answer, but it's not in the top 5, I'm afraid. Gabby's gone with Christian Bale, so Pinky in the Brain. Yes, I do. I mean, I don't remember it because I didn't watch it when it came out because I wasn't alive, but I have seen it. I have still seen it, and I am aware very much of the show as well as the film. Plastic shark, the shark repellent spray, bat shark repellent or something they called it. Ridiculous, but so funny. Okay, Christian Bale has been guessed. Is Christian Bale one of the answers here? Surely. It's the second answer. Jenny says Robert Pattinson. Now, full disclosure, he hasn't played Batman yet because it hasn't been released yet. So this survey question would have been asked before this was even known. But good knowledge. Well done for knowing that that's coming up because it's quite exciting. Millie says the same as well. So yeah, the same goes to you. That movie hasn't been released yet, so it can't count. Who else have we got here? Oh, Team Bath are in with Michael Keaton. I just want to check I didn't miss anything there. Okay, no, right. Michael Keaton then. Let's see if Michael Keaton's there. Yes. 1989, Batman the movie, I think it was. I'm Batman. That's right, Ant. I'm sure you are. George Clooney, Val Kilmer. Okay, Ben Affleck. Loads more guesses. Okay, so Ben Affleck, Diva says, is it there? It is the top answer, Ben Affleck. Very good. We have now got George Clooney as well being guessed. So Gabby says George Clooney. Let's see where George Clooney lies in the list. That's number 4. And then Val Kilmer is the other one, completing the 5. Val Kilmer. So there you go. Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer in that order. Excellent stuff. You worked them out quite quickly. Good work. Let's reset the board and we'll move on to question 3, our last question of the evening, guys. And thank you so much for sticking with us. This has been, I know you've not had a quiz like this for 3 weeks, so it's great to see so many of you come back. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm really pleased. I was worried that we wouldn't get a good turnout tonight, but we really have. So brilliant. Good on you. With that said, okay. This is called a fill in the blank question. And remember, this is a family show, so be careful with your answers. This is directly taken from Family Feud in America from 2017 episode, if you really wanted to know. I could never date someone who blank too much. Fill in the blank. This is going to be funny. Excuse me. Right. Let's see what you got. One guess each to begin with. Same rules apply. Fill in the blank. Snored. Interesting. Okay. There are 6 answers, by the way, you can see there this time, not just 5. We're going with snored. Is it there? No. Snored is not there. Notice the S after the blank, okay? So it's going to be a word that could have S on the end of it to finish that sentence off. All right? Just keep that in mind. Let me see the comments then, because you've got loads of comments here. Great work. Okay, Jenny says fart. Is farts there? You can never date someone who farts too much. How do you judge that? It's not there. It's not there. Next one, talks. We've got a few of you saying talks. So Diva says talk. Ant says talks. Bill says talks as well. Yeah, talks. Is that there then? Talk is the top answer. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay, so you got the top answer there. Another one we've got smells. Is smells there? I mean, it fits, but is it one of the top 6? It's not there, I'm afraid. No. Next one up, swears. Catherine and Tony have gone with swears. Okay, let's see if that's there. It's the 6th answer. It is there. It counts. I can see a guess here from Luke and Jane saying drinks. Anne says breathes. Breathes too much. Snores we know isn't there. Okay, I'm going to try and do these in the order they come into the chat. Okay, drinks. Drinks too much. It's the 2nd answer. That one makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, snores is not there. Eat. Gabby says eat. Is that an answer? Our survey said it's the 4th answer. It is there. Anne says cycles. Interesting. Cycles, is it there? No. No. They do like getting in the way, though, especially when I'm driving to and from the quiz nights, I tell you. Riding the wrong way down a one-way street on the road, which is really not helpful. Oh, dear. Mark just sends the poop emoji. Don't know what's going on with this. No, not there. Smokes. I saw smokes in the list. Millie says smokes. Do we have anybody else having a guess at smokes? Yes, the donuts have gone with smokes as well. Okay, smokes is going to be there, but where does it feature in the list? It's the 3rd one. Excellent stuff. Right, we've got one more to find then. One more answer. What else could somebody do that would make you think you probably don't want to spend much more time with them? Yeah, poops. No, jibber jabbers. I think that's technically talking, isn't it? Is that another word for talking? Jabbering on too much. Quizzes. Quizzes. Ant's gonna find himself barred in a minute. I'll block him from the page. Yeah, careful. Exactly. There's no such thing as quizzing too much. Chrissy may say differently. Complains too much. Complains. Is that the answer? No. I might have to reveal this one. Sue and the donuts, I'm ashamed of you. That is not there. I told you it's a family show. I secretly put this in because I knew one of you would say it, but I'm disappointed it was you. Oh, brilliant. Winks too much. No, that's not there. Okay, guys. Let me just give an X to winks. Okay, here we go. The missing answer then is... Oh, no, burps isn't there either, I'm afraid. No. The missing answer is spends too much. They spend too much, you may not want to date them. There you go. Wonks. Your guesses, guys. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll do similar kind of questions, fill in the blanks, and other ones from the American show. I think more often, because yeah, they do push the boundaries a bit more, and it can be quite funny. So yeah, that was good. Yeah, I hope you guys appreciated that as well. Like I said, if you're bored, go on YouTube. There's tons of that stuff, all the best bits from the show. And you'll probably see some that I'll use in the future there as well. Spends too much, Ant says. Tag in Jew in the comments. Someone's going to be in the doghouse now. Brilliant. Okay, guys, I'm just going to reset the board. That brings us to the end of another quiz night. I'm so glad I got to come back and bring this to you. I'm so sorry I was off for the last 2 weeks, but thank you for your patience whilst I recovered from the sniffles, we'll put it politely. But all is well again, and normality has been restored. Yes, thank you. Great fun, you say, Mark. Glad you enjoyed it. Next week, we'll be back here on Facebook. We'll do the same thing again, different subjects. Patreon members, please do let me know. I'll put a post out in the group again tomorrow. If you want to start requesting anything subject-wise for the next few Facebook quizzes, I think we've got 2 left now before the Patreon quiz next week. Oh, no, it's just the one. I take it back. I'll be asking for requests for subjects for next week's quiz to help me out plan what that one's going to be. But it'll be here on Facebook. Patreons get to get their requests in, so don't be shy. Let me know in the comments of our Patreon Facebook group for that. If you are interested, it starts at £2 a month. You can join me. The link is in the description, as I mentioned before. Really appreciate all the comments. Shame it kept cutting out. Yes, I know. I'm really sorry about that. Again, I wish I could do something about it. But yeah, the link's in the description if you wanted to support me in any way. That's much appreciated. We'll do this again next week. Then it'll be the Patreon quiz night after that. So that will be just for Patreon members, and we're going to do another board game kind of thing over Google Meet, similar to what we did on the Halloween show. Some of you will have already seen that already. Okay, that's it. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay well. I will see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.